I gotta fix the thing. Damn you, sentient playlist. I gotta fix the fucking thing. What's up, chat? How you guys doing? You know it's a real certified Squiddish stream because the thing I could be referring to is any one of a wide variety of things, from the Bit Cup, which appears to have stopped working again. I have no fucking earthly idea why. To the computer factory that I colossally fucked up by a factor of 250%. And well, it could be numerous other things, but it's those two at the forefront of my mind right now. We're gonna play some Satisfactory. Later tonight, we're gonna play some Pathfinder because it's Tuesday and we got Godsmouth Heresy going on, and we gotta wrap that business up. We gotta finish that particular adventure.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
Before that,
so close to the 5 years, Squidwoo hi peeps. PF2E in 10 days.
Mokrasar, 59 months in a row. One off the 5 years. You with the shiniest Squidling. Space awaits, my friend. And Pathfinder 2nd Edition also most definitely awaits. It's next Thursday, right? Is it the first or the second? I'm not actually sure if it's the first or the second that it becomes available to everybody. But I know it is soon. It is very, very soon. A lot of people who ordered the physical copies from Paizo actually already have their core rulebooks and their bestiaries, and even the first adventure path or Fall of Plaguestone. They've apparently been shipping out as much as a whole week ago, so that stuff's already kind of getting out into the wild. But the floodgates are going to truly open here next week when everyone gets their hands on the stuff. I gotta sniff. I've been outside today. Bryn's back, so I'm like doing stuff now. We're going outside and whatnot. So, you know, outside's awful and just makes you miserable all the time. By the fact that it's outside. No, I didn't take a friggin' Claritin today or yesterday. So it's backing up now. I'm running low on them, so I've been rationing my allergy pills. Which apparently is not how they work. You either kind of take them every day or they don't do anything. Regardless, as a 5e GM, the bestiary previews of today's blog can be hard and want to toss up my 5e bestiary.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
We'll tell you some fucking wisdom. Araveus is the shiniest Squidling. 15 months of support. Glad you're enjoying the content, but I have even more wisdom for you, Mokrasar. From what I saw at PaizoCon, from the Pathfinder that we played, the little bits that are revealed, and now the bestiary thing that they put up on the preview blog today. Motherfucker, the new monster stat blocks and the new way they handle the bestiary and enemies is one of the biggest, like, major categorical changes to 2nd edition. It is so good. Oh my god. No longer do you have to sit there and read a giant stat block for a monster who walks up and tries to full attack, because that is the only thing the monster is capable of doing. But its stat block is a page and a half long anyway, because there is an absolutely unparsable amount of completely useless information that no one could ever conceivably need around the things that it actually does.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
No longer.
Hey,
no longer.
Looks like my sub-messages aren't being stolen. Hi, Squid. /also, are you
10.
gushing over PF2E?
Yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. You with the shiniest Squidling, one off your 2-year hat, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the content. Never again, Mokrasar and everybody else is excited about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Now a stat block has the numbers that fucking do anything in it and tells you what the monster does, and not a bunch of shit that couldn't even possibly begin to matter. You have saves, initiative, health, attack profiles, special abilities. Who gives a shit if a monster has Vital Strike and Power Attack? Just factor that shit into its attacks. Its feats are literally completely fucking irrelevant. Just tell me what it does. I don't care at all if it has 48 Constitution is the random number that the devs selected to make the monster have the amount of health he wanted it to have. It just has an amount of health. Believe it or not, I don't need to know the zombie's swim skill modifier. That will literally never come up. It's fucking beautiful. And so many, almost all of them have abilities. They've gone out of their way to give some amount of defining features to basically every monster that exists. Even like in the preview blog today, your basic ass fucking goblin. The special goblin thing is their little scuttling they can do. They can swarm you very effectively because that's what goblins do. Let us begin. Let this music in the background encapsulate my sadness. Depression in my soul as I'm gonna spend the next 10-15 minutes deleting all of this. Everything must go. Fucking fire sale. Remove it all. Remove it all. So I did put some amount of thought into how I was going to do this going forward. Now that we have a general concept of what we need, that's not going there. We are going to be using that lift output, but it's going to be going somewhere very different. So I'll leave that lift where it is, because that same amount is going to have to go in that window, but that window is going to be on a different floor. It's only getting back concrete. Yeah, because foundations are only made of concrete. Foundations are pure concrete. Anything that's considered a foundation is just 6 concrete. Beep, 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 beep. Delete everything. Delete, 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 delete. Not positive what I'm gonna do with the power yet. I'll throw this away for now. Is there any loss in doing this? No. You dismantle things at 100% in this game. Which is, honestly, I'm completely fucking fine with it. I am a 1,000,000% okay with you dismantling everything at 100%. Delete all this, delete all this, delete all this. I think what we'll do for now, with how much you have to re-majigger things here, honestly, this game would be relatively frustrating if you lost resources when you had to remove a building. I think that'd be pretty obnoxious. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna put them all directly into the truck stop. So the truck stop is just going to transport the plastic we're producing, so the plastic thingy will just start filling, which is generally useful. And we'll have at least a decent amount of spare plastic. Yeah, here at Fix It, we do not waste. We do not waste. We use every part of the cow. And then when later we realize we fucked everything up, we dismantle every part of the cow. So what we have to do... Yep, this has to go too. We'll figure out what we're going to do with these at a later occasion. It's going to get interesting, I'll tell you that much. It's going to get very interesting. This... it's going to get rough is what it is. I had all my metal plates and stuff on me ready to continue forward and build up all the walls and stuff around this. That's not what we're doing right now because everything is wrong. Aqua tonic.
Hey Squid, I won't be able to sub for the next few months. Life came by and drop kicked me in the face. I'll still lurk around and enjoyed the content. Keep it up, man.
Bruh, I swear to God, if one more of you motherfuckers apologizes for not being able to optionally subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna do absolutely nothing, realistically, but stop it! Thank you for the 8 months, my dude. Yo, with the shiniest squidling. Seriously, just having the channel fucking open while you lurk or masturbate or whatever it is you do is perfectly fine. That's all the support I need, man. Just being here is more than enough. Alright. We're gonna need to head back. We get to head back and reconvene. Well, back at the ranch. Here's what we're gonna do. This factory is also gonna have a bunch of randomly backed up stuff because I just kind of shut it off. That's fine. What the fuck do I get out of here? What the fuck's the door? This isn't the bottom floor. This is the second floor. There are no exits on the second floor because it is not the ground level. Smart. Still not a door. Still not a door. Still, I'm about to fucking... Why can't I find a door? Jesus fucking Christ. There's like 6 doors. I don't know why I can't find any of them.
Well, he is a dude that has way too much disposable income. So here, have this nutritious, delicious egg. Don't worry, my man, we will carry the squid for you when you can't.
I forgot to plug in the truck stop. CD10 Toblin. Appreciate the egg, my dude. Thank you very much. Whoops. That's the thing. Truck stop need power. Truck stop need power. Truck stop no do good without power. Whoopsies. That's a step. That's a step. That's a step of the process. I was like, wait, did this truck fucking break? Is this not... Is it zoop? And you can see we did at least get a handful of computers produced here. I'm literally just gonna take all of those. I'm just gonna fucking take them all. There should have been leftover circuits and the circuit producing machines. I'm not positive where they are exactly. So before we get started here for serious, I'm gonna have to head out over yonder and get some shit ready. Some shit ready to go. Also, I don't recall, there must have been an update or a hotfix or something because I don't recall truck stops showing up on the map. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge fan of vehicles in this game in general, and everything about them is just awful all the time. But, I don't really know why we need to have truck stops omnipresent on the map. The question is, has this truck route died? Not gonna run into me in the immediate future. The fuck? Go away. No, it's just at the far end. They're all still going, seemingly okay. I recognize this area. Squid's building a computer factory in the exact same place I built the heavy modular fan factory. This is a pretty generally good place. It's got access to literally every resource. Other than the brand new ones. It doesn't have uranium. And it doesn't have bauxite that I know of. But I can't scan for bauxite. So it's entirely possible that it does, and I just haven't happened to trip over it yet. Here's the plan. We'll go back. We need to do a little bit of pre-work. A little bit of preparatories. But sorting out some shit. Okay, that truck is in fact coming back. Alright, good. And then we have to copy those bottom two floors. Have to be duplicated a few times. I want to see it with my eyes. There it is. Like, I want visual confirmation that the truck is doing truck stuff. The truck is doing truck stuff. I'm happy. We got what I wanted. Everything's good to go. Now, we have 17 computers. That's not a lot. I could handcraft a few more pretty easily, I think. With the plastic and wire I have on me. Gotta make sure it keeps on trucking. Very much so. If that thing stops, everything's gonna come to a horrible screeching halt. Not really, but I mean, it's gonna be backed up with 12 bazillion plastic. Which is already kind of a problem because in my haste to get things going, I started that dispensary before I actually had the sorting system set up correctly. So I'm gonna go upstairs because we don't have smart sorters for plastic and rubber and stuff yet. I need to get those. That doesn't mean it's not gonna back up or anything. It's just everything. It doesn't. Well, actually, it's kind of worked out for us. It's worked out in our favor. The fact that I fucked up and didn't power the truck stop means that nothing has been delivered yet. So as long as I get the sorting going before that truck comes back, we should be fine. And I think I can do that fairly easily. This is plastic. Okay, let's line this up with a window. Get my smart sorter. Smart splitter, whatever. Right about there. No. I don't want these doing mouth to mouth because then it gets really annoying if I do anything else. And out of your leftical needs to be plastic. Thank you. And you are 3s? Yeah, I'm just using 3s for everything now because why not? Oh, the secondary menu cucked me. Forgot, you go from a menu into a second, slightly smaller menu. Yeah, here's the... Ooh, there's a little bit of weird backup here. That's fine. These close. Grab these with the belt with my hands. How many more do I need? I need... The next one's rubber. Rubber's entry will be right here. So this one's leftical to do rubber. Rubber. And the next one will be circuits, plastic, rubber, circuits. Keep track of all. I'm trying to keep some sort of semblance of organization here.
Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy
I'm
Pool.
dumb and slow, but the good news is biggest phallus here is the shiniest Squidling. That works out real well for everyone. And not only is he the shiniest Squidling, he's been subbed for 64 consecutive months. That's a fucking lot. And not only, where's my tentacle? Not only that, it's with the tier 3, the Penta sub, the highest and mightiest of the levels of support. You were the shiniest fucking Squidling. Biggest phallus. Truly the biggest of all the phalluses. Thank you for your continued support. Did you fix everything yet? Fuck no. Are you kidding me? I'm procrastinating. Man's phallus is gargantuan. Okay, this is computers. So the actual computers will go. Here's a sorting. Now the question is, what do we do here? What do we do with these last two? I guess I can leave them for the time being because I'm not yet going to be producing any sort of, well, anything. I'm out of air limiters. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, we'll just leave it right there. I don't have anything to go into those. Let's make sure this shit doesn't back up. Because, you know, fuel. Oh, it's done pretty good, actually. I must have emptied this relatively recently. Oh, I have. I emptied this very recently. All right, cool. No, feels fine. So here we have lag. We have encased. We have heavy mods. Those are fine. That's going to be a while before that fills up. I want to build at least another couple of these for plastic because I am going to start receiving plastic now. Because it's being shipped. Oh, I don't have any encased steel beams? Holy shit. Blow on lots of stuff. I just opened the stream. The first thing I hear is the biggest of all the phalluses. Yeah, I feel like that's fairly on par for this stream. I don't think that's really that out there. That's not at all out of the ordinary for the dumb shit that gets said on this channel. Is that a massive shocker? We're currently sorting, not sorting and organizing, but expanding and preparing our horde. So that when we do get this going and it starts delivering, it's not going to ruin everything forever because it's already ready. It's already prepared to take on this new load. So we'll do that. Mark 3s. Yeah, this is all Mark 3s and a Mark 3s and a Mark 3s. Yeah, I'm just using Mark 3s for everything now. 3 to 3. 3 to 3. 3 to 3. And 3 to 3. And so our plastic storage will be migrated here. Good. Don't know what I'm gonna do with the quartz crystal stuff yet. You know what button is great in games? I'd love them to add to this game. Sort to nearby containers. That game would... that button would not even remotely fit in Satisfactory at all. That would defeat one of the core concepts of this game. You don't just get convenience. You build and you automate convenience. That would detract from the point of Satisfactory. Things like that are something you absolutely can do, but if you're bringing shit back by hand, that's on you. That's your fault. The cement's about full. That's fine. Cement can just back up. I don't give a shit about cement backing up. Doesn't impact me at all. Like Minecraft or Terraria? Yeah, absolutely. You're 1,000,000% right. Satisfactory? Fuck no. You should be as punished as possible for running around doing things by hand, because that's the point of the game. I was very clearly pointed at the workbench. Alright, this can go back in here. I guess I can fill this back up too with a lot of concrete. I can just go get some of that back immediately. I get an iron ingot. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. Do you need to grab some more fuel for my car? I'll do this. I'll grab some more cement out of the thingy. We're gonna use you. You stick around. You're important. Your stuff. Okay. There's all the plastic from the truck and the plastic storage, which is on the top level. Plastic's all getting sorted out already. That's something that's being handled. Plastic, although our computer factory has so far been a horrible, utter failure, plastic is still working fine. It's supposed to be beams and pipes. Beams and pipes. And these and these. Too many. You're too many. I'm forgetting something. Okay. Plates, rods, rips, frames. Rotors, motors, steel beams, steel pipes, encased, heavy mods, computers, blankety blankety. Guess we'll just make it plastic and rubber? I'm definitely forgetting something. Or it was something I was supposed to take two of. Did we see the truck from the computer factory unload? I mean, no, to be fair. But I'm sure it did. It honestly might not have done a loop yet. That's a pretty long drive. And automated trucks don't go very fast. It's wholly possible it hasn't done a loop yet. What are rotors, you say? Boop. This is rips. Boop. Where's frames? Frames of the regular variety are here. Oop. Okay. I must do the loops. Yeah, for all we know, everything's broken for fucking unfathomable reasons. That's entirely possible. That's absolutely and completely possible. It's just not working for no reason, because trucks. It's off just doing truck shenanigans. It should be coming back in really soon, though. I'm out that way. I don't have Bubba. Fuck, I forgot my drink. That's fine, I'll get it later. Back over there somewhere. Is that it right there? Yeah, that's it right there. You can just barely see it. Updating one frame every 2 seconds because it's too far in the distance. There it is. Now it's loading in and doing things properly. Oh, and now we also get to see the ultimate test. All 3 trucks are pulling at the same time. Still haven't had the Mortal Kombat theme to my soundboard, but had I, this would be the perfect opportunity. Oh, those 2 left without incident. And there's all the plastic. See, this is how it's gonna get. Oh, yeah, look at that's what I wanted on this belt. Just a mixture of shit. Just all kinds of stuff going up and going on adventures. Look at that. Neat. Especially when the first truck's also uploading a whole bunch of different stuff. Just fucking resources spewing into a warehouse. That's the hottest 5 seconds of Satisfactory I've ever seen. That's what I wanted out of that belt. Oh, there's definitely been an update. Oh, there's definitely been an update. Oh, shit. Are there patch notes I should be aware of? There has definitely been an update in the last, like, 4 days. I didn't see anything on their Twitter. Let me look. Satisfactory. I don't know. Oh, I see. They pushed a patch on the 18th, but had to roll it back because some stuff was wrong. So I'm guessing it's been pushed again. Okay, let me see. So let's see what all has changed that may be relevant here. Their patch notes from yesterday? Not on their Twitter. They didn't post them. Let me see this. I guess we're going to Reddit now. Alright, so what's new? Complete research map show up on the bottom. Anything here that's a big deal? Yes. There is something in here that is a big deal. The Boulder clan has been defeated. Probably. It definitely says should. Someone changes the paragraphs. Oh, just the save interval. Vehicles go straight to inventory. Foundations are in their own category. Something. Added item category for craft bench. Yeah, that's what I just noticed. Is there anything that really matters, though? Add functionality to sort inventory by the item categories. That could possibly be useful. Oh, map filter. That's the thing that popped up when I first opened it. Added a turbine to miner UI for some pizzazz. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's largely minor changes. Nothing other than the fact that the boulders are just gone. There's nothing massive that has happened. I gotta learn where everything lives in sorting now. Okay, so there's standard parts, which is iron and steel. Electronics, which is copper and quick-wire. Biomass, which is biomass. Minerals, which is these things, randomly. Power shards. Industrial parts is just motors and motor babies. Communications is where computer lives. Oh, right. You can't actually handcraft an alternate recipe. That's fine, because here's what we're gonna do. Plug you in to pick a fucking post. Take all of these. That's 53. So it's 4 to 1. If I give you 200 something circuit boards, you will just go on your own. That's gonna require more shit than I have, but that's fine. What's the slug thing on the conveyor belt? That's the slug thing. I like patch notes for the devs show off. They're having fun. Yeah, the Satisfactory devs thoroughly enjoy we're creating this game. They have a good time. They are fucking meme lords. And I can just overclock this to 250 to get this done as fast as physically possible. No reason not to. I'll just put this on apeshit mode. And I'll go get some more plastic and make some more circuit boards, I guess. And then this thing will spit out a decent amount of computers for me. Go, brother! Produce! I can't handcraft alternate recipes, so just shit out a bunch of computers, please. By the way, we will only be having any kind of fuel issues if this ever isn't completely fucking full. At that point, I'm using more fuel than I'm producing. And as I start transitioning to more and more fuel plants instead of excess fuel production, we will need to keep an eye on that for a little while, just to make sure I don't fuck anything up. Any hard drives you're researching? I don't know. Maybe. We haven't been on an adventure in a while. Because we've been trying to finish this shit up. Okay, so you two are done, right? You're at the back of where you're gonna be. So I can give you your little spits that show what you're carrying. That's fine. Get a stack of fucking computes so I can do computer business. Batches are gonna fist fight and someone's gonna die. I might also have been holding off on hard drives because new tech tiers are gonna be coming in this relatively soon. The ratio 1 to 4. There's 50. I need like 100 more circuit boards. Ish. It's not gonna kill me to craft slightly excess. If I go a little earlier, that's fine. Yeah, I need to put the quest extension back up. We're currently working on Computer Factory still. This is like day 37 of Computer Factory. 84. I'm gonna take your word for that because I'm too lazy to do math. So I'm just gonna assume you're correct / right, which if you put them together is correct. Which I'm aware. Squiddish, you've been streaming for like 6 years now. Wait, are you seriously just assuming chat is right? I sure am, viewer. But I'm aware it's a bad decision. I just don't care enough to suffer the consequences of it, because worst case scenario, that ratio is slightly wrong, and I don't give a shit. Assuming chat is right, put $1 in the jar. I beat you to it, Manshaw. So hey, Manshaw, how you guys feeling about your odds at the start of the next War for the Crown session with no real idea of what is necessarily happening? You guys, oh, it's Bubba. Oh, thank you, Miss Girlfriend. We can't die, right? I mean, yes, you do have that going for you. You can't die. I mean, well, you can always die, but you shouldn't die to a VR training simulator. That shouldn't be able to kill you. If you die in the VR training, you don't die in real life. That's the point of it. I'm gonna grab some more in case Williams before we leave. I used a bunch making those storages. Plastics. Fuck the environment. I can't handle the fucking AC references. Can you not? Okay, still beams. I feel like you probably can handle the AC references. It's just Man, there were too many fucking options. I mean, come on. We went to go get spy assassin training, and then we put on literally just the animus, but it's a mask instead of a thing you get in. Like how am I gonna not? How am I gonna not call them animus masks? You can also just take the mask off. I mean, you're a bitch! I guess you could do that. I kind of want to let this run. I know what I could do while we wait on that. This is going to build a bunch more, right? I'm going to grab what I have, and I'm going to go build more fuel pumps. Because I believe having to increase the constructions of our crystal oscillators by 150%. Not increase them to 150%, increase them by 150%. I'm gonna need significantly more power than I anticipated. You might fail spy school. Baylor can't risk failing school. Who was that in the circle? Hexy or Bryn? That's Bryn. Hexy doesn't actually own Satisfactory. Hexy only played with us during the beta. She didn't actually get the game. Hexy doesn't want to Satisfact with me. Hexy doesn't want to be Satisfactory. Doesn't like us anymore, chat. She doesn't want to be our friends. It's charisma school that makes it not a real school. I mean, the Kitharonian Academy is charisma school. The Lionblade school is like int wisdom charisma, sometimes dex school. It's a much more broad kind of learning. So here was the plan. Here's the plan. 43 computers. Fuel is coming down the assembly line here. The leftovers of the power necessary to run 6! Basically just a giant lawnmower! Doing giant lawnmower stuff. Like a targeter, does this do anything? Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't understand how your consumption and production would ever be different, seeing as there doesn't appear to be a setting to make it only consume what it needs, or to consume at full rate rather than only consume what it needs. They always only consume what they need. I'm gonna mirror this. I'm gonna mirror the shit out of this. Boy. It's time. Are you clocked? No. Because I don't care about exactly how much fuel you're producing. I need an oil refinery. Sure. I need a second oil refinery. Also, sure. These are probably just Mark 1s. Yeah, they don't take very much. Belty. Belty. Fuely, Fuely. Yeah, they're both Fuely. I think I was the only one to pass all 5 of my classes anyway. I think you were, yeah. Fun fact, peek behind the scenes for the GM view of that game. I'm not sure I ran that how it was supposed to, because it's actually very unclear on how long your training is supposed to take. You each pick 5 classes. I think it's supposed to be 5 weeks. I'm also giving you a ton more inspiration than you're supposed to as written, because that inspiration mechanic is really cool. I think it's a really cool idea. But as written, the most any of you will walk away with is 6 total points of inspiration. I'm like, fuck no. I want him to use way more than that. I want it to like be a thing that you can use because you earned it. I ain't giving you fucking 6. You can have a bunch. It's not like I gave you a jillion, but I'm giving you more than 6. I'm not exactly sure how long it's supposed to be. It doesn't actually clarify. I'm out of motors. Son of a bitch, I'm a fucking retard. How many motors these? I keep forgetting whenever I'm doing refineries and pumps, it actually takes a shitload of motors. But anyway, I feel like It's unclear how long it's supposed to take as written. It just says as written. You pick 5 skills. And you make a check each week for one of your 5 skills. Success means that you have passed. You've basically passed your training in that skill. And you're supposed to get 2 points of inspiration if you pass 4 out of your 5 classes. Not 2 for everyone you pass, but I figured the easiest way to give you more inspiration to be able to use, because it's cool and I want you to have it, is to give you 2 for every class you pass. I think that's way better. Personally. That's me, though. That's me. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I should restrict it more, but I feel like the most, like, even Baylor, you passed all 5 of your classes, so you have 10. You have 12 from the first event. You're going to walk away with 14 at the absolute most. 14 one-time use plus 1d6 to a d20 roll at some point in the entirety of Book 4. That's fine. That's not, because if you only had 4 or 6, like, exactly written, you're never going to use them. You're going to be fucking afraid to use them. Be like, I only have 4 of these. Like, I gotta save them for the important stuff. So if I give you 14, I figure maybe you can at least blow like half of them without feeling like you're wasting them. You should all end up with like 10 to 16 of them, I figure. That was where my math was at anyway, 10 to 16. I think I was carrying 2 stacks of motors is what it was. I need these later in case I need them. It's 5e Bard Inspiration. No, it's Pathfinder 1e Investigator Inspiration. And it stacks with your normal inspiration if you have Investigator levels. I'm kind of glad no one's an Investigator, because you'd be tracking 2 separate inspiration pools. Because if you are an Investigator, it just gets added directly into your normal inspiration pool. But you also don't regenerate the ones you specifically got from that. You adding D6 to a roll? Yes, that's a core Pathfinder class feature. Well, base Pathfinder class feature. I'm pretty sure Investigator's a base class. Actually, is Investigator hybrid? Is Investigator Bard Rogue? It might be a hybrid class. I'm not sure. I've literally never seen an Investigator played. The only Investigator I've ever seen even show up in a Pathfinder AP was Cesadia Rents in Thrushmore in Strange Aeons. And Alchemist Rogue. And her stat block was literally completely irrelevant. It never, ever one time could even conceptually come up. Manchester said yes, so it must be true. Fair enough. Yeah, I think adding the plus 1d6 to roll is kind of a neat little mechanic. It's a neat thing. I know it's something I wanted you to be able to use. And I actually, so far in War for the Crown, especially since, what the fuck? What are you lined up with? Because it sure as hell isn't the other fuel generators. What the fuck? Hello, yes, I hit control for alignment. I don't know what the hell you lined up with. I have space here. I'm gonna do this. Mount them out these. Is that even? More tick? That's even. Get off of my body, please. Go. Think. Investigator is king of the skill monkeys. God damn it! I didn't manage modular frames too. Fuck. Gonna walk back. I'm not super familiar with pumps and refineries and oil things because I hit the car next time. It's not faster. It's really not. If you add in the 2 minutes of trying to get it unstuck from whatever 1.3-inch pebble it got clipped into, it's not faster. But, yeah, I'm not used to these taking materials that are real and actually blowing through them very quickly. Building large oil plants is pretty resource intensive. If I could catch up with a truck, I'd jump on top of the truck and just fucking catch a ride. It was slightly too late for that. You have Blade Runners, the only real reason to bring a car is extra inventory. Yeah, pretty much. And my car's all full of very basic inventory. Yeah, if I didn't have Blade Runners, no, absolutely the Explorer would be faster. Once you get Blade Runners, there's really almost no upside to the fucking Explorer. It just gets stuck on everything all the time. I'm really surprised this truck hasn't managed to fall off of this bridge yet. I mean, it's a 3-wide, but still, it's also a truck. Doing dumbass truck stuff. Trucking. Investigator gets 6 plus amp modifier skill ranks. Also has alchemist extracts. So yeah, they probably have a shitload of stuff. Unlock all the available tiers yet? Do I have a computer factory yet? Or are you asking if I handcrafted 1K computers? Because the answer to both of those questions is still no. I have not spent the full 6-hour stream of holding down the push button that is, have I handcrafted 1K computers? I'll bring that because then I'll still have 50 after I build 2 more of these. I think I bring 20 motors too, actually, for the same reason. If I grab them out of here, I can't put them back. There. Yay. Truck! Take me with you. No! Truck! No! I want to ride! Let me grab the ladder! Please! Fuck you, you automated asshole! Damn it. For reference, though, a truck running on a fully automated path that basically can't fuck up, only very slightly faster than walking. Didn't you have a DS with the broken analog stick from sticking a coin under it to hatch Pokemon eggs? Yes, there is no rubber on the left stick of my Nintendo DS because the rubber came off for me wedging a penny underneath it to hatch eggs in X and Y. And just running around the main city since it was a circle. Harder to... With the wedge, I have to get a weight. I have to get a weight to hold down Shift and W. Or, you know, a thing for my mouse, and I'd have to get all the components first. Alright, final battle. Alright, well, that was a good stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hate my life. I can just make cable. I can just handcraft cable. That one, at least, I can fix pretty easily. You guess who's hanging himself off screen right now? It's me! At least that one doesn't require me to go all the way back to the fucking base. It'd be really disappointing for Bren to finally come back from like 3 months in a different state to have her boyfriend immediately kill himself. Pretty sure hanging yourself is against Twitch's terms of service. Ah, shit. Right. I can't hang myself. I'll get banned from Twitch. Hey, you fucking splitters take cables? I actually had no idea. I think that little pile of them. I had no idea splitters and merger stick cables. What are they gonna do? Ban me? Oh yeah, then what am I gonna do? I can't be the first ghost to stream on Twitch if my account's fucking banned because I became a ghost on Twitch. Okay, so the question is, do I need to scooch all these down? Or, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely need to scooch all these down. Okay, so we're gonna put these across from each other. Fuel generator. So, and we're just gonna go down a fucking line. Boy. Why doesn't it snap? Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm fine. Everything is fine. That wasn't frustrating at all. Not sure what you're talking about. Everything is perfectly okay. Why are you the way that you are? You could be anything and you choose to be this. Okay. Belty, belty. Belty, belty. Belty, belty. Belty, belty. Belty, belty. 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 Stupid giant clearance having asshole. I don't understand. Sometimes you can literally run a cable over the feet of the thing in the corner. Sometimes that encroaching, like right there, was fucking encroaching inexplicably. Now all I need is a piss ton of power. How did we do this before? How did we exactly set this up? I could certainly have one Mark II power pole fueling this whole network here. That leaves a one connection. So I put one regular power pole right here. I go snap, 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 snap. Now there's power. Now I go snap, snap. And finally, 100. Belt gated. And that requires everything to be replaced. Because that's a 2. There's a universe, it'll let me put that back on. Nope. Alright, so kill, kill, kill. We're gonna have to do the fucking belt dance of trying to get this stupid idiot connected. Oh, I'm not on belt. That's the problem. What the fuck? What the hell happened to my hotkeys? How? Quay? Oh, it's far easier than it usually is. Like a 240. You have a 5, right? 70, yeah. It's gonna be sitting here because it's putting out exactly 240. It's putting out exactly 240 because 120 and 120, which is fine. Those belts are perfect for what this is. This as it continues onward. We'll kick on 6 additional fuel power generators, each giving us, I think, 150 megawattage, 150 mega-sized watts. Doing their business. I do have a giant turn on my head. It's because this whole project, which should have been piss easy, is taking me way longer than it has any reason to. Far so good. Far so good. Now, we need the is a very deserved turd. We need these final transport belts are 2s. They are 2s, yes, just for safety, for consistency's sake. And for the sky to become black with fumes. Well, I'm now running... 4 is actually not spin infinitely to the left. 4 is Mark II conveyor belt. I'm not sure why the game took the input of the 4 button as spin maximum to the left. That's definitely not what that button does. But I guess we're gonna save reload. That is certainly the most common glitch that we encounter in Satisfactory, is every now and then the character just starts fucking doing loops, brother. And they cannot be stopped without quitting and reloading. Oh, since we got the fuel plant up, I suppose I can de-poop myself. I think we're good. Alright, now, when I hit 4, please bring up the belt instead of spinning. I don't really care about the organization of Fuel Island. Fuel Island does very simply one thing. That is produce fuel. Okay. Now any excess will be merged onto the output belt. And since we're getting excess, that means that all 6 of my generators should now be running. They are. My gigantic lawnmowers have all reached power. I now have 12 gigantic lawnmowers on this island doing gigantic lawnmower things.
Behold.
I like to call this one 3,100 megawatts in a miner. The miner died. It was not an experiment I probably should have conducted. Every fucking time. It's like the truck literally waits until I want to go somewhere. I'll take some of these for the car. Until I want to go somewhere and then shows up just to literally be an asshole. Alright. Well, let's go back. Our assembler should be done, so we should have a decent little stack of computes that we can use for compute things. I have plastic and rubber on me, just chilling now, you know, for safety, just in case I find myself in a situation where I need a rubber. Like when I was trying to set up the loop for the computer factory. Needed 50. Actually, it was quite a lot of rubbers. And soon they will be being produced. I can use these extra factories to also add more fuel plants to the independent circuit that is powering Computer World. Could be a general purpose good time. Toxic Love needs to be the in-game music. This game is basically Fern Gully Simulator, except you're the bad guy. That's more or less what this is in a nutshell. I'm okay with it. I've come to terms with it. In order to... I don't know why... Okay, this bugs the fuck out of me. Where is this pole? Why is it down here? Is it because it couldn't stretch all the way out here? That's exactly why. Then let's do this. Put one down by the river. The midpoint. One up on this ledge. Here. And put one that way. And get rid of this stupid fucking clipping piece of shit. I think I put that down before the bridge existed, is what that was. What does an asexual do with rubber? Make trucks. Very important that I make trucks. Also balloon animals. Can I take the truck stations off my compass? I don't... Ah, I can. Vehicle docking station. Don't need space elevator. I need vehicles, honestly. That's useful. I don't need to see on my compass where the trucks are. I don't give a shit. I need to see the beacons and the hub. I just need to see the space elevator because I can see that with my face eyes because it's gigantic. Now, we have a problem that our cable factory is about to completely fucking fill. I'm going to have to start dumping cable like I do fuel. Fucking immediately, actually. Okay with that. Cable's just the second member of the dumpster crew. I just gotta throw that shit away sometime because we make so goddamn much. Take this. Take this. Restocking real fast like. Back to big numbers. Big numbers. Fix it, does not waste. Dumps 4,000 cable in the pocket dimension. Fix it wastes sometimes. Fix it wastes when it's efficient to do so. Can have all this fuel. There you go. Alright! I think we're good to continue. Good to go continue the computer plant project. The Eternity Factory. The building of 10,000 streams. Kind of wanted to fist fight the truck with my forehead, but I was positive I'd lose that battle. And even if I won, all I would succeed at doing is fucking up my own truck line, which I then have to go fix. Alright, fuckers. Oh, I should check before we get all the way out if I did have a hard drive going. I don't think I had a hard drive going. It's possible. Also, finally got to see a path session and that cliffhanger. It's been a minute since I've been doing proper cliffhangers. I feel like most of book 3, I kind of fell off doing the cliffhangers. We gotta get back in our proper, completely unsatisfying endings. For book 4. We gotta get back to our system. Everyone can't just be happy. I did put one in here. Everyone can't just be happy all the time. That's an interesting modular frame blueprint. If it didn't still take rips. I mean, I guess rips are actually super easy. Rips are annoying in the early game because it takes 3 stages of production. Because it takes iron into plates, iron into rods, and rods into screws. Now that we're at this point, it just takes iron into plates, iron into screws, steel into pipes. If I'm in a location that already has steel foundries, that's very easy access to modular frames. And I don't know what I'm going to need at the highest tier factories. This may be a good one to take. I think I take modular frames right there for sure. I think that's a free low. Oh, that's really good. That's what it means. It puts the ones at the top that you haven't done yet. Thank you. And there should be 11 cables, 2 crystal oscillators. I'll just hang on to these, I guess. No, just dump them. I don't want them, but I'll take them. These 3 cells and 25 more computers, giving us a pretty good stock of computes. I think I'm out of hard drives. That was all my hard drives. I'll put the oscillators in here. Boop! There you go. I don't know what the fuck batteries and heat sinks do. I'm guessing that's higher level shit than I have access to. Which is kind of surprising because I can make supercomputers and a heatsink is literally just kind of a block of metal. Inventory slots are not king? Fuck no. What the hell do you need inventory slots for? The whole point of this game is to do as little as... Why is there an arrow slide in the air there? Do as little as possible with your hands. Will the cliffhanger lead to party all takes off a mask and nothing happens? I somehow doubt that, but maybe. Nope. Just take off your fucking hat. Half of book 3 was giant fights that were half hours long in your time slots. That's true. Book 3 is a lot of very heavy scale combats that are like the Pathfinder. Why is the reloading put so many arrows up in the sky? It's kind of the, like the mid to high level Pathfinder trademark of ridiculously long combats that just kind of sprawl on forever. Oh, a little pooped. A little bit pooped. Just a little pooping. Just tiny. Just a pooplet. Not like holy pooped. Just like a dingleberry. I'm sad because I missed the live session I had to watch this morning. Well, but hey, if you watched it this morning, at least you're up to date. And you're now ready for next week when the party will be perfectly fine. Nothing bad will happen. I mean, going to Zimar, I think, is going to be really interesting. For a huge variety of reasons. Not only because Book 4, I think, is the one that I've been the most excited to run since the beginning. Because Book 4 is very fucking interesting. But also because we have several player characters' personal stories tied into Zimar. Itharius is there. Mylan Jareth is there. And we know through Ciaran that Mylan Jareth is one of the leading members of the Circle. 3/5 of our party as a pretty heavy personal reason to be really invested in Book 4. And it's facing down the actual proper Taldan military under Pytharius that are not traitors, that are doing what they're supposed to do. There's Dara. The only one who doesn't really have like a solid personal hook is Nell. Okay, so I start on the second square. Building constructors 4 deep. Okay, I gotta learn this schematic here. Nell is also there. That's not a story of Nell the entire story though. Nell is also there. Kind of all we got going for us. Okay, so Un. 2. Wa. Dog. And then it goes to an assembler. Literally just duplicating this floor. I meant to go to the second floor, but it doesn't matter. Same thing down here. Okay, and then it goes to an assembler. There's like exactly corner here, facing outward. And then there is another set. Ooh. That's true. It'd actually be easier to just delete a floor tile and look down. You're right. I could just delete a floor tile and look at the floor below me. The circle. Valor must kill them. Oh, you said all you need to say. I'm ready to kill everybody. Now heard Seymour waters their beer down. Training. In order to train for infiltrating Zimar, Nell wasn't allowed to drink for 2 months. He doesn't care if that's not necessarily Zimar's fault, but the fact that they have brought that upon him means they all must fucking die. I'll figure out what these all actually attach to at a later occasion. Okay, this is a constructor. Thereabouts. I'm actually gonna bind the really thin one. I also have a fucking withdrawals. This way, I believe. Now, the fun part is you can actually delete a floor it's sitting on. You just, because this game doesn't give a shit about stuff flying. You just can't build it there in the first place. So I can build it and look down, make sure it lines up correctly. Yep, that's what I want. The other one is adjacent to it, but inverted. So, otherwise aligned. Okay. And then I'll get the belts in a sec. I can start working on these various belts here. When I re-listened to the session before last, I think I figured something out from what Ciaran was saying that I didn't catch before, and it's interesting to me. Well, you have me interested. They're all just Mark IIs, because Mark IIs are easy and cheap. Merger that goes here. That goes Mark II, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. You're gonna share with the class, Manshaw? Because I actually, off the top of my head, don't know what you're talking about. Merging the other one. Okay. I believe these have to be much higher tier belts, though, because this is screws. 2, 2, 3. Two, 3. Okay, there's that. Pretty sure it just goes across in a 2. Have a window input here. Yes. This is where it's going to get interesting. I thought about it. I can't make these mirrored versions of the floors below. The reason being because if I do that, the inputs are going to be a fucking disaster to the top floor because it's going to have to be merging belts that are coming out of complete opposite sides of the building. At some point, the belts are going to have to wrap around the building for these 3 floors. And I think it's probably just easier to do that for the miners and have them come around the backside, perhaps. I'm also going to delete all of this. This here. And I need to delete this. I forgot there's one extra ring of floor it needs to be on as well. And figure out how I'm gonna do this stuff. We flip layout of the floor. I literally, like, the words that just were expelled from my mouth pipe several seconds ago were the reason we can't do that. Don't flip. Just keep them the same way. There. Fill that all up. I'll borrow you. If I can get around here. Delete the floor, delete the floor, delete the floor, delete the floor. Because that's going to throw me off for sure if I'm trying to work with one of them that's bigger than the other ones. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with these outputs in a later time. But yeah, I can't flip it because these outputs have to go to the top floor. And even if I do flip it, then I just have to run them around the outskirts of the building up higher. This is much of a pain in the ass, really. I really desperately wish that there was a splitter lift. Or that I could just put a... I mean, you can set up a floating splitter. It's just sort of annoying to do. You have to put a foundation down, put it down, delete the foundation. Okay. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Alright, 4 constructors into 2 constructors into the assembler. What's next? Alright, this is going to get interesting because there's also quartz inputs on every floor. The other reason flipping these floors is going to be a huge pain in the ass. Every one of them needs a quartz input. One further forward than that. You boy. No matter how we do this, verticality is going to insert some weird shit. Gonna need 150% more quartz inputs. Which provides us with a new challenge. carrying quartz 5 ways. I think we'll just assembly line that. Because if I do... I think the easiest way to do that's the assembly line. Hear me out. I delete this. Awkward because the lift has to go away for a second. But if I get rid of this lift, one of these, I put one of these. I put splitters. And then delete those floors. I think for the time being, because I'm going to be going in and out a whole lot, I'm just going to make a ladder. I'm going to make a fucking ladder. I'll be going in and out a bunch. Okay, so then we go up this. I put a splitter lined up with each. We can do an assembly line just like what we're doing with the iron. All I have to do is put one that way, which I don't know what the fuck it was lining up with, but it sure as shit wasn't the constructor immediately inside the window. So I have to put one that way, and we just reverse them on every floor. This one goes this way, and we delete this, we delete this. How much quartz do you need again? How much quartz is going to be coming into this in total system? You're taking 40, so 200. Means I'll just do these as Mark III lifts. Not available lift Mark III. Then we go bippity, boppity, bippity. Backwards. The wrong side. Un. Two. Un. Two. And then we'll just have to have each one buffered. Which, for that reason, it may be a good idea to just leave the quartz thing on, honestly. Because I'm going to need around 200 quartz. And I'm out of steel beams. That's fine. I'll have to go back and get steel beams. I'm going to go back and get several hundred steel beams. You're only, you are pure. 120. I could just use both. I feel like it's probably easier to just make this a Mark II miner. Mark II miner and underclock a little bit, then that's spitting out 200. We gotta drive back to town. Is there anything else I'm getting low on that I should bring more of? Not really. I just need like 3 more things to do steel beams. I'm actually ending up with a ton of extra crap. Tearing stuff apart. Get back on my Explorer real quick. Also wondering if I have more health than Nell now. You might! How much HP do you have? I was fucking flabbergasted that given the option to retrain a feat or take basically health retraining, the only person who didn't take more health was the guy who so fucking desperately needs more health. His favorite class bonuses are skills almost every time. And he has 10 con. How much health do you have, Baylor? There's a good chance you have more than the fighter. Nell might have the lowest HP in the party. 64? You're even. You're exactly even. Nell has 64. Exactly even. It's night and not crazy foggy for once, so I can see a bunch of slugs around. Doesn't Dar have 55? I don't think so. I think we found this out also. Some of the tokens aren't pulling their new stats correctly, which is something I definitely have to look at. The token that Dara had during the VR fight had his old health, not his level 10 health. Which I'm not sure why that's happening, because there's not a number attached to those tokens anywhere. Their number is character Dara Rostam HP, which pulls directly from the character sheet. I don't know how that could be happening, but Roll20 breaks in mysterious ways. That was something she told me, that token didn't have her health updated correctly. Any more slugs like in the immediate right here vicinity that I can see because it's dark? We'll always take more fucking power slugs. What's up, Z-Falls 2013? Same manner of Satisfactory as the last 36 years. We are still trying to get that computer factory. Well, I got temporarily distracted because there's slugs everywhere. It's night. It's actually not literally covered in fog. And there are slugs absolutely fucking all over. I've made a temporary timeout for slug collecting. Make no mistake, the main goal here remains computer factory. Boy, you best get the fuck out of my way. Power slug? That's 4 power cells. I'm positive there's one up there. Because there's weird ramps that lay out that place and things defending it, so I'm sure there's stuff up there. Game ain't big on defending nothing. I thought there'd be a bridge here. It's opening. I also run down there and grab that one. Through the poop and the sadness. The yellow, I think. They really don't expect you to just damage boost this gas. There's so many places where there's just a tiny little veneer of poop. And if you get through it, you get like yellow or even sometimes purple slugs. They really did not expect you to just run into the poo with your face. Framing nuts in your mouth the whole way. That poop needs to like sicken you so you can't eat or something. There's an item to deal with it that I haven't bothered building because why would I? I have access to it, just why would I give a shit when I can do this? Yeah, Dara has, I think, 14 con. Oh, Sommer Sloop. I just kind of noticed that Summer Sloop's just the middle school S. It absolutely would be. The goddamn meme lords that are the team at Coffee Stain. I'm not surprised at all, but I didn't realize until just now it's the fucking middle school S. There's no way we didn't notice that. Well, you have to come at it from a very specific angle to notice it, I guess. Nobody knows where this substance came from. One day in 7th grade, it was just everywhere. It has no recorded beginning or end. As far as we know, the Sommer Sloop simply always was. Wish I had a parachute? Why? I have Blade Runners. They can pretty much just walk off cliffs with like no penalties. I'm kind of lost though. Where? Oh, I'm way further over than I thought I was. Like, where the fuck is my car? Dude, comma, where is my vehicle? Alright, let's go grab a shitload of steel beams. There are no beginnings and endings to the turning wheel of the S. The passed down from middle schooler to middle schooler since oldest recorded history. Oh, it's fucking, it's true though. It's all true. Everything you've heard about that S. It's all true, every word of it. Stupid piece of shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm glad we took the Explorer instead of just walking. I'm really glad I bothered trying to drive the Explorer anywhere. There's definitely value to be had in trying to drive a vehicle through this game. It's definitely faster than walking. But I actually need its extra inventory, so I need it for this. Start with Suckus Dickus, the Roman middle schooler. Is it me? Are we just getting immaculately lucky? Or did this patch really tone down the goddamn fog? I feel like I didn't see it in the patch notes. But we're not constantly limited to a 5-foot view radius. This car is still complete fucking garbage and an absolute waste of your time. But, the fog is largely gone, I feel like. Is fog turned off? No, it's there. You can see it. It's in the distance. Like, fog, you will absolutely know fog is off. Ah, fuck. I don't remember how to... I have to re-enable the console every time. I don't remember how to re-enable the console to turn fog off. But just trust me that it's not. It's very, very obvious when fog is off. Because the game does, in fact, kind of need the fog. It looks like trash. Not like trash, but... Fog is the only draw distance limiter this game has. Is a good way to put it. So without fog, your draw distance is infinity. And it's actually way, way off-putting. Doesn't look good. Fog does its job. It's just usually way too thick. Oh, here, Control-Shift-L. That's no fog. Like, no fog is very, very visible. It's very, very clearly meant to... And also, poop is invisible with no fog. Interesting that poop is on the same layer. But yeah, you can definitely tell when fog is wholly off. Apparently one of my coworkers is an actual flat earther. X to doubt. Unlike, unfortunately, anti-vaxxers, where there is like an origin to that movement you can find, and as fucking dumb as they are, they have the logic they think they have, I still do not believe there are people who are unironically flat earthers. I just think it is one of the most, like, well-entrenched memes of our time. It is not possible, like, with the fucking knowledge and resources available to even the dumbest retard in 2019, it is not possible to legitimately believe in flat Earth. Like, that can't exist. I'll believe in, like, Holocaust deniers. That's a thing that exists. People who think we faked the moon landing. Like, that's an actual group of people that is real. There's no fucking way. I refuse to believe there's any amount of people who honestly believe the Earth is flat. They don't have to know what a meme is. They don't have to know that they don't have to call it a meme to have bought into the fucking meme. That's like the Dry Bear's my cousin thing from forever ago. He is, though. But it's like that. It's just a joke people are really, really committed to. But he is really my cousin. But nobody really legitimately believes that. I'm about to get in case. I think I'm about to do all of this in Type 4s. It's not getting backed up yet. If it starts getting backed up, I'll have a problem. Yeah, a lot of people convinced you had a sister. People get very committed to their memes. There are certainly very high effort memes. But I don't believe anyone honestly thinks the Earth is flat. There's no fucking way. And maybe that's just the last bit of innocence / faith in humanity that I still have kicking around in my dumbass brain. I don't think people can honestly believe that. You're running a slug on a treadmill. I am running a slug on a treadmill. The slug is kind of just getting carried around by the treadmill. He's not really running. They don't move very fast. He's probably incredibly dizzy by now. That's the power shrine. I want to try to get a green, a yellow, and a purple on there. I don't know how I'd space them evenly, though. That'd be an incredible challenge. Oh, you are large and automated. You have the right of way. If he gets dizzy, he'll vomit more power slugs. There was a flat earther on Joe Rogan. He thought North Korea was a conspiracy. Yeah, I mean, and I don't think he legitimately believes that. Like, if you think there are people who would not get on a talk show and go to bat for their memes, you underestimate the depth of memes. Like, I mean, look at the fucking Area 51 thing. If you don't think there is a, unfortunately, surprisingly sizable group of people who are legitimately gonna show up to try to fucking do anything around Area 51 on September 20th, you're misleading yourself. Nobody honestly believes they're gonna get in, but people are gonna show up. And really, hopefully, nobody's gonna die because it's a military installation and they don't fuck around at all. The current hope's not that no one will actually follow through with that. The current hope is nobody dies in this Area 51 meme, because people are definitely going to go there. It is an active military base. It is still an active, although somewhat declassified, mostly top secret military base. And anyone who tries to run at Area 51 is going to have an incredibly bad day. And then probably a bad 1 to 10 years in a military prison, but we'll see. Like 1,500 people. Yeah, I don't even think that many, honestly. Maybe I underestimate it. I guess a few hundred people are gonna legitimately show up for the Area 51 thing. That's my guess. I stake my guess at a couple hundred. Like 300 to 500, I think, is the tops that are actually gonna go. That are actually fucking autistic enough to show up. How many food trucks do you think are gonna show up? Need 2 hundo out of you, boss. Oh, this! They added this! I see, the rotor. That looks neat. Let's bust out the fucking calculator, because so far today we've just been copying shit. Are you okay? I just heard a whole lot of shit fall over. I'm gonna go make sure Bryn didn't trip and die. A lot of things just fell over outside. Okay, now we're good. We're good. Bryn's very sturdy. She falls off horses professionally. I'll just go ahead and, OBS bug. Damn it. OBS just pooped itself. I gotta restart the stream. Some bitch. That hasn't happened in a minute. That's that weird thing. I have no idea what causes it, but OBS just pooped itself and it would just flip to mono. And the only way to fix it, I'm pretty sure, is to restart it. So I will be right back. Give me a... Thanks, OBS. Give me a sec.